guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually really excited for today's video. It is going to be a makeup inventory update. Would have loved to have brought you this at the middle of the year point, end of June, but wow, life has been a doozy this year. We're behind, but I wanted to do a mid-year check-in, and I actually just went through, so I did my makeup inventory, and then right after I went through, like literally before putting my makeup back, I went and did a full collection declutter. That video, so I'm gonna split the declutter into 5 different parts because it's so long, but that will be starting Thursday this week, which I'm super excited about. It feels like so good to declutter some of my collection. But I wanted to do just a check-in to see where we're at. I'm gonna be discussing this, like the numbers a little bit further in my next makeup rehab update. So keep your eye out for that video if you want. I will have that series linked down below as well. I'll have my palette declutter linked down below. I recently did a palette declutter, and then like I said, Thursday my makeup collection declutter will be coming. But these are the numbers before my makeup collection declutter. Most of my categories went up, and I'm just excited to see where we're at the end of the year. Typically I'm a little bit more prepared for these videos. I will have pictures over on the side, as well as I'm hoping editing Steph gets her life together and does numbers over on the side, on either side, whatever it might be. But I will give more data at the end of the year. I wanted to do like where I was at the beginning of the year, where we're at now, how many products in each category I'd emptied out, but I just like, I need to get this video up, and I can't take the time to get caught up on everything to know like how many empties within each category. That'll just wait for the end of the year. This is just an update on truly where my makeup inventory category numbers lie. If you're interested in seeing, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content or just chit chatting about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. The US Open is on right now, and it's round 3 of women's, like the women's, well, round 3 for everyone. And Serena's playing right now, and I grew up around tennis and have never been like a Serena fan. I just never thought that she was like a humble person, and like humble, the characteristic of like being humble is like super important in my eyes. And by the way, this is not me wanting to get in an argument in the comments about Serena Williams, but she's playing right now, and it's a very intense match. So I want to get this filmed so that I can keep watching. Okay, I'm just gonna start category by category. I have my notes here. Again, I'll be putting pictures up on the screen, and this makeup inventory video might go a little bit quicker than my typical ones do because I don't have as much data to share as I shared. Blah, 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 blah. Can you tell I've literally talked to no one yet today? Anyway, okay, starting with the primer category. This is actually one of the categories, one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We went down in 6 categories. This is one of the 6 categories. My numbers actually went down. So I started the year with 17 primers, and now I am at 13 total primers, which is super exciting. I don't know where the 4 used. Like, I don't remember using it 4 primers, but I should have a couple more primer empties by the end of the year. I'm super comfortable with this number. My primer category, like primer, I love primer. Used to love trying it a lot more than, well, I will say I do still like trying primers, but I just used to be so into primer, and now this category has definitely gotten a lot more controlled, which feels really good. Foundation, not so controlled. And I will say there are a couple products in my there are a couple new products that I haven't hauled yet. So if you're noticing things in my pictures and you're like, wait, when did this come into your collection? You'll see me haul them in my makeup rehab update. Foundation, for some reason, I went like crazy the last couple weeks and bought some drugstore foundations at least, right? There's, you know, gotta see the positives. But at the beginning of the year, I had 30 foundations in my collection, 14 of those being skin tints, 16 of those being like full coverage foundations, if you will. Now, this number has increased by 10, and I'm currently at 40 foundations, 20 tints, 20 foundations. So that's nutty. I do love testing. I don't know what it is about foundations, but I do love testing out new foundations. I do have 3 foundations that I'm currently panning that I do believe will be empties by the end of the year. And there are some foundations in my collection that I can declutter. So that's where we're at. I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I love to test new foundations. It is what it is. For the powder category, I started the year with 11 powders. We are now at 12 powders. I'm not sure where the 12th powder came in, because I can't recall purchasing a powder this year, but I have 4 loose powders and 8 pressed powders. For concealer, we started the year with 14 concealers. I am now at 18 concealers. This sounds exactly right. I set out a limit on the amount of concealer I could bring into my collection this year. I gave myself a limit of 4. I have purchased 4, so I cannot purchase anymore technically. I really want to try the new one from Too Faced, then Milani came out with the new one, so I'm like, ugh. But 18 concealers is way too much because it takes me forever to get through a concealer. My Hourglass concealer is just about an empty, so that will be done. I might finish one more concealer up by the end of the year, actually maybe 2, but that would be like the most I would finish up. So I need to not purchase concealer. Also, concealer doesn't get me super excited. It's not a category like I get excited about, so that's where I'm just like, don't purchase that much concealer, girlfriend. Like, try other things. Spend your money on other things that get you excited. Like bronzer. Moving on to the bronzer category, I started the year with 30 bronzers, 18 powder, 12 cream. I now have 34 bronzers, 18 powder still, 16 cream. So I've only purchased cream/liquid bronzers this year, which I'm actually okay with because I like to test out different formulas. And like, not that a powder is a powder, because it's definitely not, but I have more experience, I feel like, with powder bronzer, so it's like just more exciting to try cream and liquid bronzer. I don't know. In my head that makes sense, but whatever. Blush. Blush is just so ridiculous, and I need to just actually stop, but I will never put myself on a blush no buy or low buy because I just can't, like, I can't stop. 72 blushes is where we're at the beginning of the year, which you may think sounds crazy. 40 of those being powder, 32 being cream and liquid. Even crazier, we're now at 76 blushes in my collection, which kind of makes me feel like ill. Like, that's just ridiculous. 40 powder, 36 cream/liquid. That is too many. I can't stop. Highlighter. We started the year with 47 highlighters, 36 powder, 11 cream/liquid. We are now at 52 highlighters, which I feel like maybe I was like missing highlighters and then found them, because I've only purchased 2 highlighters to my knowledge this year. But I now count 52 highlighters in my collection, 36 powder, 16 cream/liquid. And also the ones that I purchased, like I purchased a powder highlighter this year. I'm confused by this number. I did purchase the Rose Ink cream highlighter, so like that makes sense to me, but I'm confused by my highlighter numbers. Duos and trios, started the year with 4, and I still have 4. I will say I kind of break my categories up a little bit. I don't know that I love it, but now I like don't want to switch because then it like changes the numbers. Although when we get to the lip category, you'll see I added lip categories. For face palettes, and well, okay, so if a face palette has like 4 highlighters, I count that in my highlighters, whereas if a palette has like highlighters and blushes, I count that in face palettes. I don't know why my brain wanted to do it that way, but that's just how I do it. So speaking of face palettes, I had 10 at the beginning of the year, and I still have 10 face palettes in my collection. Face palettes I don't want to purchase all that frequently, but I will say I've been much better at actually cycling through and using my face palette collection this year, which makes me super happy. Another category we went down in, which I'm very excited about, sprays. I started the year with 8 sprays and I'm now at 5. I have used up some sprays this year. I know I brought in the Benefit spray, but I don't know what else I brought in for sprays this year. This is never a category that I feel like gets too out of hand for me, and like I feel like I can just always get use out of a spray, so this one doesn't stress me out at all. I'm glad that the number went down, but this is also a category where like if the number was higher, it would not stress me out unless I had like 72 sprays, because that would also be very hard to store. Brow products. This is another category that confuses me. I don't know if I found products, I'm not sure, but I started the year with 7 brow products and I now have 12. I do know I purchased like 1 brow product that I can think of. Maybe I found a couple of pencil. I'm confused by this number, but I now have 12 brow products. For mascara, I started the year with 26 mascara, or 25 mascaras. I'm now at 26. I've definitely used quite a few mascaras. Like, I don't know Like, I swear my mascaras reproduce more mascara when they're in the drawer. Like, I don't know how this happens. I know free mascara seems to come with everything, but I'm always constantly on a mascara no buy, and yet I seem to always have mascara. For eyeliner, I started the year with 43 eyeliners. I am now at 42. I do believe I've used up a pencil eyeliner this year, but I thought maybe I had used up also liquid liners. I'm not sure. I actually would have thought maybe this number was a little bit lower, but this number is high, but also doesn't stress me out too much because eyeliners are like little and I feel like I have different colors. I don't know, whatever. Eye primer, started the year with 4, currently still have 4. I did finish off 2 eyeshadow primers this year. I finished up the Kat Von D one as well as my Too Faced glitter glue, and I told myself I wasn't going to replace those until like I absolutely had to replace them. But I have purchased 2 more eye primers. I purchased the Smashbox eye primer as well as the Fenty one. When I finish my NYX eyeshadow glue, I will repurchase the Too Faced glitter glue. I just like that one better, but I would like to keep this category like right where it's at, or even be down to like 2, like a primer and a glitter glue would be good in my opinion, but this is where we're at. For eyeshadow singles, I started the year with 15. I didn't specify like whether those were pans, potted shadows, etc., which kind of annoys me, but now I have 118 eyeshadow pans in my collection, 22 potted shadows, so like ColourPop Super Shock shadows, Essence Metal Shock, etc., and 3 pigments slash like loose glitters. I have a pigment from MAC, I have something from Pat McGrath, so 3 pigments, cream and liquid, or sorry, cream and liquid shadow, but I didn't include my ColourPop Super Shocks as a cream. I'm talking like potted, like actual, you guys know, you'll see the picture. I have 13, or I started the year with 13. I now have 18. I have 14 cream as well as 4 liquid. I started the year with 11 cream and 2 liquid. I did purchase 2 Stila liquid shadows this year, and I'm still kind of shameful about it, but I also have been getting use out of them, so like not all that shameful. For lipstick, I started the year with 45 lipsticks, and I'm happy to announce I still only have 45 lipsticks. I have not purchased any lipsticks, which for some reason I thought maybe I had, but maybe I finished or decluttered one. I don't know. We're still at 45 lipsticks. We've stayed even there. For liquid lipstick, I started the year with 42 liquid lipsticks, and I am now at 39 liquid lipsticks. But I am adding another category. So I'm adding a lip stain category, which I did not have prior. And I have 6 lip stains currently in my collection. I think some of those lip stains potentially were counted as liquid lipsticks in the past. So I don't necessarily know that we went down by 3 in the liquid lipstick category. I'm not sure, but I thought maybe I did use up 1 liquid lipstick this year. I do think I'll finish up one of my Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks by the end of the year as well. So I do think we'll have empties here, as well as I can definitely declutter some as well. For lip gloss, I started the year with 73 lip glosses, and I did put myself on a lip gloss no buy. Or no, not a lip product no buy. I think I said I could buy 3 lip products until the Sephora VIB sale. Then I could buy lip products during the Sephora VIB sale, and then I needed to go on another lip product no buy. I now have 61 lip glosses, which I'm excited about because I know I have actively been trying to finish off lip gloss. I don't feel like I finished as many this year as I did last year. Like, I don't feel like I'm on pace to finish up the same amount, but I've been working on it. I love my gloss collection so much. Like, I truly don't know what I could even get myself to declutter out of my gloss collection. But I currently have 61 lip glosses. However, I'm also adding a new lip oil category, which I didn't have last year, and I think some of my lip oils may have been counted as lip glosses. I do also know that I've purchased some lip oils this year, but for the lip oil category, I have 14 lip oils currently in my collection. So if you add my lip gloss and lip oils, I have 75. That's absolutely insane. But I love lip products so much, and you can't get me to stop. And then to round it out, we have the lip liner category. When I started the year, I had 19 lip liners. I'm currently at 20, which makes sense because I remember buying the Makeup by Mario lip liner, which I really like. Maybe I'll finish a lip liner by the end of the year. I feel like I could declutter a couple lip liners, but that is where my lip liner stands. So if you add up all of the products in my collection, excluding palettes and excluding eyeshadow pans, like pans that you would put in a Z palette, but still including like potted single shadows, I have 549 products in my collection. I think, like I have said throughout, like maybe I've found some products that like through moving were like lost in the shuffle for a little bit, because when I started at the beginning of the year, I had 527, and then throughout my makeup rehab, I only want to bring in another 30 products to my collection. I'm currently up to 22 products. If you do the math, 549 minus 527 is 522, I believe. So 522 products, no, sorry. Yeah, what? 22 products. My makeup collection has grown by 22 products this year. I do want to end this year under 500. So I do need to do some decluttering as well as emptying and not buying as much. That's basically what this is telling me. So I was very happy to do this exercise, even though it's coming like 3 months too late. I would love to know in the comments below, what is your makeup inventory looking like? Did you have categories that have grown by a significant amount, or maybe you've used up a significant amount in a category? Let a girl know in the comments below. Just to give you an update, I thought Serena was going to take the second set, and her opponent is scrapping her way back. So my mind is like jumbled and everywhere. Clearly, I'm gonna go catch the end of the match. Let's not fight about whether or not we're Serena fans in the comments below. I respect her greatness, I do. And I will say, like, she seemed more humble this tournament so far. But anyway, this is not a video about Serena Williams. I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup inventory update. Thanks so much for sticking around to watch. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to keep your eye out for my makeup rehab update, because I'm going to like reassess if we need to be doing any like specific, I mean, we do definitely need to do category specific low buys / no buys, but I'm unwilling to actually put myself on a low buy or no buy in those specific categories that need it. Don't forget to check out my next makeup rehab update to talk a little bit more in depth about my makeup inventory numbers, and then keep your eye out for my makeup declutter series, which will be starting on Thursday. Thanks so much for sticking around to watch and for supporting my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.